What I really like was how it waited until the end to tell me who the enemy was.
Welcome back to Dastardly Hamster, where we try to convert each other into fans of our favorite bands. So, Liam, today is a big day because you are finally going to be discovering Rage Against the Machine. If you like this song, I'll get to show you another Rage Against the Machine song. They're one of my favorite bands. They've been hugely influential in my life, even though I don't necessarily agree with all of their political messages. I think that they have a lot of really useful stuff to say that people need to hear about and consider, even if you don't necessarily end up subscribing to everything that they talk about.
That's a long way of saying I don't endorse this violence.
Yes, exactly, exactly. They are so skilled. The music is top notch. The vocals are top notch, and the lyrics are pure poetry. And I also want you to know, if at any point you find yourself thinking, I wonder what instrument that is, that's Tom Morello on the guitar. Even if it sounds nothing like a guitar, it's going to be a guitar.
So I am familiar with Tom Morello. I actually really like his stuff. I've listened to, he's done collaborations with a bunch of other artists that I like. And I've heard him speak a lot too, do interviews. Seems to be someone who is really good at what he does. So I'm excited to hear Rage Against the Machine because this is really what he's probably best known for. So I'm familiar that Rage Against the Machine has this sort of like rap rock type vibe to them. So just so people know, I have heard Bulls on Parade and I've heard Killing in the Name of, but I haven't heard anything else.
Do you know if you heard the full songs or just part of them?
I don't know. That was cool. So I love it when a band misleads you over how fast and hard a song is going to be. Because we started a little bit more mellow, a little bit slower. I'm like, okay, like I'm thinking like this is going to be the general pace of the song. And then all of a sudden, boom, you get this big rush of guitar coming in. Feels like the vocals are getting stronger now too. So yeah, I really like that. That was a great intro.
And in case you were wondering, that sound that sounds like it's coming in and out, that is Tom Morello on the guitar.
Okay, cool. I did recognize that that was a guitar, but it sounds really cool. Cool. So let's talk about the lyrics a bit. First thing I noticed was this is around 92, right?
Early 90s, yeah.
Well, it specifically said 92.
Well, he said they were moving into 92.
Oh, okay. Then right after that, they start talking about the cops. Oh, I like this line, actually. We don't need the key, we'll break in. Basically just saying don't wait for permission. And then something must be done about vengeance, a badge and a gun. Okay, so this is talking about police. I know that, especially around this time, police brutality was starting to be talked about more. I don't know if more is the correct way of putting it, because it's not like it wasn't talked about before. But there are other bands that I listen to from around this era, and there seems to be a lot of songs about police brutality from this era.
Around the Rodney King riots. Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Let me double check when that was. 92 Los Angeles riots.
Because The Offspring also has a song that came out in 92 that's called LAPT, and it's just about, corruption in that police force. We're just talking about being some sort of resistance. We hear fist in the face. Okay. In the place and I'll drop this style clearly. Know your enemy. Okay, so we're defining the enemy. By the way, I really like the vocalist. It's a really nice sort of rap singing that I like. I think a lot of people were trying to copy that in like the late 90s, early 2000s. So it sounds similar to other stuff, but I think probably this came first.
Yes, he's just got this intensity and this way of projecting, not just projecting his voice, but projecting his anger that few people really can. Stop clearly, know your enemy. Know your enemy.
So one thing that I really like that it's doing is there's backup vocals to like really emphasize certain words, and when it does it, it's like almost like punching you in the face. Like it's really aggressive, like with those backup vocals, which I really love.
One thing that Rage is so good at doing, and I've mentioned this in some of our other reactions, is how they're really good at highlighting what it is that they want you to pay attention to. So sometimes they do that with the sound, sometimes they do that with repeating words or sentences multiple times. These things just get stuck in your head, and it really drives home the message of what they're trying to say. We take it. We don't need the key, we'll break it. I got no patience.
So that was a bit different. Is that a different vocalist that sang that last part?
That is the vocalist from Tool.
Oh, what? Really?
Came in just to do this little part.
That's funny. That part, if that was the whole song, I'd probably be annoyed. But because it was just that part, I really liked it, because it's different. And yeah, I like anything that sort of changes up the song a bit. So that part was also different. So it was very like funky, almost psychedelic.
Yeah.
And I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, this keeps surprising me. I actually thought that that part kind of sounded like this might be an obscure reference, but the like a battle theme in the game Earthbound, it really stood out to me.
I see where you're coming from. It does sound video game-esque. Tom Morello is known for experimenting with his guitar in a way that,
Right.
like, I don't think almost no one since Jimi Hendrix has been able to do.
Yes, I know my enemies. They're the teachers who taught me to fight me. Compromise, conformity, assimilation, submission, ignorance, hypocrisy, brutality, the elite, all of which are American dreams. 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 All of which are American dreams.
That was great. So I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5.
Yes.
That was an amazing song all the way through. It kept me guessing and it kept doing new things that were always interesting. I love the vocals, love the guitar, love the lyrics. What I really like was how it waited until the end to tell me who the enemy was. So it built up to that moment. So I know my enemies, they're the teachers who taught me to fight me. Okay, that's a beautiful line. So the people who made me hate myself and think that I was the source of all these problems. And then the next line are all the things that I was expected to do. So we have compromise, conformity, assimilation, submission, ignorance, hypocrisy, brutality, the elite. This line is interesting. I'm not sure I fully understand it. So it says, all of which are American dreams. So is that referring to all these things then? These are the American dream? Compromise, conformity, assimilation, etc.
Conformity, the breaking down of the individual, are required for the American dream.
That makes sense. You sort of have to fit within the system to be successful within it.
If it were any other band, I would give them a 5 out of 5, just because I know other songs. Like I know so many other songs. Yeah, I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 5, just because there are some that just have so much more lyrical complexity and so much more message. Well, that's it for us, Hamstars. Spin your wheels down to that subscribe button.
Give us a dastardly thumbs up.